Hi everyone, Caroline here. Hope you're all well. Right, we're up for our Imala, bit of inspiration. And this time I'm going to be using a couple of older ones, and one's the Old Fence and the other one is called Waterside. Now I do know there are just a few left of these at Stamps by Me, and each week Tony Derrick has been really kind and let me ask for some special sales, and it'll be it's just £10. She does them for £10, and I call it my Imala Tenner Tuesday. So hopefully that you can get your hands on these before they vanish completely, because they are such good for backgrounds, making of full scenes, everything. They're absolutely brilliant to have in your stash. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing with it. So I'm working on this is watercolor card. This is from Pink Frog, and that's a 7" by 7". So I've done a mask where I'm going to put the stamp, but I'm going to stamp first with the Old Fence. I'm going to get that down there like that. Okay. Right over. We'll get stamping. Very nice, hasn't it? Okay. Sorry, I've got my squeaky stamping platform out again today. I'm not sure what to put on it to stop it. Perhaps a WD-40, I might get some of that to try. Right, okay, I've got my mask, and I'm going to put that on. Again, I get these from Pink Frog. They're so cheaply, and they do such good deals there. I'll leave a link. But I'm sure a lot of you have got masking paper. So I'm going to do that there. Get that over where the owl is. And I'm going to leave this on while I do my background colouring as well for the sky. So, I know it's a bit fiddly, but it's worth it. It really is worth it. And then I'm going to get my my Waterside stamp. And when I stamp with this, I'm not going to do this tree at the side, so that's not going to get stamped. So that's going to go up there, because there's the river at the back here and running down here. So as you can see, I don't need that tree in because I've got this beautiful tree here. So I'm going to be quite selective about what I ink now, and see what comes out. see what we need and what we don't need. Oh yeah, that looks like the river's at the back there. That's nice, isn't it? I like that. I'll do a little bit of that tree. Yes, I like that. That's lovely. If you've not got these stamps, I hope you can get them. I hope you can get hold of them. Like I say, she's probably just got a handful on a shelf, so be quick. If it's on offer, grab it quick. Even if it's not on offer, grab it quick, because they will go. And once they're gone, they're gone. They don't repeat them. So I'm going to take that off now. I'll get some colouring done. So I'm going to do like a nice little bit of a sunset sky. So, oops, sorry. Caught you with my head. I forgot to get my brushes out. I need my yellow. Okay, got all my Imala brushes. I've got some mustard seed, fossilised amber, ripe persimmon, rusty hinge, a bit of tumbled glass. I think that will probably do. That will probably do. I'm actually going to start at the top with a little bit of tumbled glass. Just make sure you're in shot there. Yep. Really good. So from this side, a little bit of blue up at the top there. That's peeping through. I used the wrong brush. I've used a of course, but that's quite a nice. That's quite a nice blue actually, even though it's an aqua blue. I'm going to add a little bit of dusty Concord actually. Just a little bit of dusty Concord as well, just to bring that in a bit as well. Like that. And at the bottom here, I'm going to start with rusty hinge. I'll just take a bit of that dusty Concord across there. And then I want to get the rusty hinge. And I'm going to go across there. Put it like that. And just slightly on the water here. Don't want to, that's okay. It's the halos I want to avoid. It's in halos. In fact, I'm going to take that off. I'm going to take that off. Just so that I can get some of that lovely colour in behind the tree there. And with the rusty hinge. Then I'm going to get my fossilised amber. No, sorry, ripe persimmon. Just a little bit of that. Just makes it nice sunsetty look. That's the right persimmon. And then I've got fossilised amber. I just want to blend that in. Like that. A bit of the rusty hinge there. It's just behind there. And then I want a bit of this yellow on the water. Like that. I want to get that blue back, even though it's, because this is the aqua blue one. And I just want to do a bit on the water here. I want to colour these fences in, so like that. So you can see the reflection of the sun on the water there. I'm going to take my fine liner and I'm just going to go along at the back here to define that edge there. And bring those trees up there at the back. Because as you can see, where there's been a bit of a halo around the masking, you just bring that up. So easy to fill those gaps. Like that. And around that owl that's sat there, looking happy. Any halo, just fill it in. Then I've got a little bit of green. I'm just going to put on the side here, because that's, again, just taking that to the water's edge. You can soon fill in and copy what's on your stamp. So this is sort of like a hill here. Just put my distress oxides to one side. Brushes, and then we can paint this this lovely scene. So what I want to do is I want to get some nice green now into the trees. So I'm using my brush colours, my Chromatech, and I'm just going to go in with that. Just dip in my water here and fill in the green so it's just not quite as dark. It's nice to work with different mediums, you know, whether it's your pencils or your watercolour pencils, even pastels. Pastels are beautiful to work with. They really are. Got some lovely grass here. This is a yellow green. I'd had bundle sage on my brush for the green, so that's blended in nicely. This is called grass green. So that's appropriate, isn't it? To give somebody a card that you've worked on something like this is your piece of it's your piece of art, isn't it? You know, and I think it makes it very, very special. Now this is olive, so it's quite a dark one, so I'm going to get a bit of water on there, but I'm just going under, because it's always darker under the branches, and it gives it that shading just under the branches, lighter on top, darker underneath. Can you see how it just gives that bit of dimension under there? Now that's just sort of brought the tree out, hasn't it? And using a yellow, this is a lemon yellow, just on the tops of the trees where the sun is catching it. This is called deep yellow. So again, it's just reflecting on the leaves. I want to do the tree now. The tree here. Branches. And the tree stump. It's only once you start working on it, everything sort of comes together, doesn't it? This is a dark brown. This is a darker brown. And that just shades it there. Shades some of the branches. Now I need to do the, it's an old wood. So I've got this grey, because normally the greys do have a browny look to it, I find, with even with the distress oxides, and you know, you're getting like hickory smoke, and they always have like a browny look to it, but it is perfect for fences, especially old fences like this. Just gonna get my fine liner. Fill that bit in there. And you see what a nice nice brown that's done. And got our brown owl. And I'll go in with my dark brown just to do a bit of shading on the edge there. Don't they make a lovely combination, these two stamps? I'm just going to get that golden yellow. Actually, this is called pear yellow. So I'm just going to do that on the tops there, just where where it's shining from the sky there, giving it that little bit of a reflection. This is golden brown, so I'm just putting it on the edges there, because you know, like you get a bit of algae and a bit of moss. Just put it slightly green. It's just a slight green look to it. Can you see? So you've got that little bit of algae from the dampness of the river, because it's obviously it's an old fence. There we have it, a little bit on there as well, just where the owls sat. This is sienna. We really want his eyes white there, don't we? Like that. And then this boat on the river, I think I'm going to do that in like a burgundy, more of a burgundy colour. This is that's carmine. What's this one? Hickory. Yeah, and you see it's got that bit of an old red look to it. It's because it's an old boat, so we want it looking old, don't we? But I'm going to really water it down for the reflection in the water. I get my brush with some water on and just move that. Too gingery. I'll go with my brown. This is khaki actually. But again, just going to water that down a little bit. a little bit just to the boat there. And I've left some white bits because the paint's peeling. This green is called bottle green. Dip it in the water, and I just want to do these grasses. These tall grasses. Just a bit darker at the bottom. Like that. Water it. It's nice to work on watercolour paper. It's a lot more forgiving than normal cardstock. But if all you've got is normal cardstock, stick with it. Stick with that. And this is called the grass green. So I'm taking that up to the tops there. And lots of water, and I'm just going to do a bit of a reflection of the green in the water there. So everything's reflected. Like that. It's looking lovely, isn't it? I've got some lovely pink flowers here. This is a bright pink because I really want these to show up. So it just brings that bit of colour around the fence, you see? A bit of the bright yellow. Have any of you got the brush pens, the watercolour brush pens? These are Chromatech, I don't know what sort. There are a few different makes out there. But if you do have them, get them out and play with them, because it really is, you know, a lot of fun. That's nice. Back in and a bit more white around those eyes. And with my Posca, a yellow Posca, oh, I couldn't get the lid off. It's just to sort of add a little bit over the head there, and a little bit on the leaves, just where the sun is shining on those leaves, like that. And these here, I don't want to do yellow because it'll contrast with the it'll blend into the sky part of it. So I'm going to do those. I'm using my Uniball, my bronze, and I just want that as a bronze, so in the tall grasses, like that. And a little bit on the owl, like that. And of course the reflection of the sun, the yellow sky on the branches. So that's just reflecting there. And a little bit on the boat. Like that. What do you think? Getting there, aren't we? And then on the water, some nice white lines, like that. And there we have it. Let's put a few lines down the wood. There we are. And there we have it. All done. Don't think we've forgotten anything on there, have we? So just a beautiful scene. Now what I've got is I've got an 8x8 card. Let me get my black card. Pop this down. I've got an 8x8 card. I've got this. It's like a burlap background. So I'm not sure if that'll look right with it. I obviously didn't have it done. But I thought it might make it look like a nice frame around. Or even if you've got a wood background. And of course, if you've got some dark brown or, you know, even black to frame it around, you know, do that to sort of make it pop. But there we have it. And I hope you like that, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, do give us a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing your makes on the groups Crafty Army with Carley or the Papercraft Eureka Stamps by Me fan group, and I'll put links in for both. Thank you so much for joining me. See you soon. Bye bye.